Herzlich willkommen zu the Household Cavalry. So all of our military working horses largely come from Ireland. They come over to the regiment without having ever been ridden before, and our riding instructors, which is a particular career pathway within the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, conduct the training with them to break them in so that they are able to then successfully conduct ceremonial state duties. They come to us around the age of 4 or 5 years old, and they go through a rigorous training process where they have to pass out, where they then get awarded their name from the troops. Our horses have certain criteria that they need to fit in order to be able to conduct ceremonial state duties with us, and they are all cavalry blacks, so largely black. Some of them have white features on their face or socks. The chargers, which are the horses that the officers ride, so I'll be riding my charger in Germany, they have to be all black. This is particular sort of unique characteristic with no socks or markings. And then we have our drum horses who are draft horses, and they are a much larger breed and a little bit more slow going. For the tour today, we were able to see different departments within the regiment. These are really important as they ensure that we are self-sustaining as a regiment as a whole. We don't purchase saddles in. We make them ourselves, or we make the leather products that the horses require. So we saw the saddlers department. We also went down to the cleaning rooms where the troopers polish the kit to their best of their abilities for their competition when they turn out for the King's Life Guard. They are all competing against each other for the best stag positions down on the King's Life Guard. And they earn themselves a great reputation if they are clean, or if they clean their kit up to a really good shiny standard. We also went down to what we call sick lines, where our draft horses, our large drum horses are kept, and we will have a drum horse out with us in Aachen carrying our sort of regimental silver drums, which is quite an impressive sight to see. The drummer will be directing the horse with their feet as the bit is connected to the reins that are attached on their feet, allowing them to play the drums at the same time as riding the horse. So the daily routine at the regiment involves quite a lot of hard work, and our troopers do work long hours. They not only exercise the horses in the morning when they go out on their watering orders, but they look after the horses, feeding them, grooming them, clipping them, and treating any issues that those horses might have within their troops. So I thought I could ride before I joined the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, but I think quite quickly you learn on the cavalry black horses that we have that they can test you and your riding ability.
So we have a lot of soldiers here, which people forget, that don't really have riding as their first chosen profession. They get taught by the army. So the challenge is to get them feeling more natural about taking care of horses and riding horses, because when the horse needs that sort of trust and commitment to doing some of the more difficult movements, that's what we have to practice. So for Aachen, we've been going since February. We start by not having the horses there at all. So we make sure all the soldiers learn some parts of the routine, and then when they're confident, we then bring them in with their horses. And same again, the horses have to be a particular type. Some of our horses are a little bit fat and lazy, and we can't use those ones. So we need to have the more athletic horses, which sometimes can argue back. Well, without cavalry, the battle is lost. You know, our ancestors and the horses' ancestors as well, you know, from being instruments of war to now being purely for state ceremonial, is a vast difference, but the basic principles are the same for us. So we still train our horses, we still have names for them that will reflect some of our battle honours. And also when we move together in our parades and we do our movements, they are all still originating from what we would have done 100, 200 years ago, for safety for the horses, confidence for the horses as well. And in some cases, you know, the horses are braver than some of the men. But then, of course, in other cases, they're very much not. You know, scary puddles and dangerous crisp packets will occasionally catch them unawares. But we hold our traditions, you know, close to our heart in regards to that fact. Absolutely. We have a lot of horses here, along with a lot of soldiers that will ride a variety of horses on parade and through their guard duties throughout the year. But for displays like this with the musical ride, we have one soldier with one horse, and they will stake with that horse just to build up that bond and that rapport. It's vital, and it's nice coming to these shows because we all share a common interest in regards to that relationship with horses. So the Household Cavalry prides itself on being able to deliver you know, ceremonial occasions very well, and also our display team, the musical ride, does a lot of this at a fast pace, often to some classical songs as well as more modern music, which is hopefully going to be a big crowd pleaser.
Hiya, I'm Trooper Rhys Jones, and this is Military Working Horse TA. So we're both in the Blues and Royals. TA is about 8 years old. He's a very good horse. Yeah, today TA, it's the first time I've cantered TA. He played up at the start, and I think when we got used to it, he settled down a bit and he was going really well. And I think if you show compassion towards a horse, they can show it back. Yeah, I'm a Household Cavalry musical ride deploying to Aachen. We're really looking forward to coming there and hoping we can put on a good show.